Welcome to the EFRA 110th IC Touring Car European Championships here at the Minicar Club in Turkheim, and this whole week has led up to this, because this is the final show. The word of the week has been balance.
Try to find the balance.
A good balance.
Not perfect balance.
Find the real right balance is really hard.
Or lack of it, that is, on a track that's both simple and hard, whilst being easy, but also quite difficult.
It's not easy to go fast.
Fairly easy layout. Actually, to go fast is quite difficult.
It's not so difficult.
It's not so easy.
It's strange.
Well, there's no surprises that Dominic Greiner has dominated on his home track.
I made a few laps here, so yeah, I have advantage, yes, of course.
Good. Robert laughing there slightly.
Whilst fellow German Robert Peach struggled early on because this track doesn't really suit his car.
Honestly, I don't like so much.
And the rest of Europe's top talent struggled with
Trying to find a good setup.
We test, we change.
changing setup a lot then.
Yeah, we are trying everything.
In their efforts to find that elusive
Balance.
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 Balance of the car.
Superpole did exactly what it was supposed to do. It was super.
He wants as much power as he possibly can get.
Patrick Nahr made his debut.
It's my first Super Bowl. Yeah, very nervous.
Peach went fast.
No, that's better through there that time. This could be quite tasty. One more corner to go. What was that time round? 13.204. He has done it.
And perhaps due to Dario's misfortune,
I was pretty sure that Dario will take Super Pole.
4 laps left. Ooh, that's not going to be it. Engine cut. Engine cut.
Just flame out.
took the fastest lap and joined Dominic directly in the final, all of which brings us to the semis. James.
Yep, couple of great semi-finals really. First one, Francesco did really well in the first final. Went a bit long, went under the radar. Obviously the first time that most of the drivers had run that length for the weekend. So it always brings up a little bit of a surprise. But yeah, really good to see someone that hadn't been on the radar a weekend pop up there.
And the other semi-final.
Dario had to start near the back because of his clutch problem that he had and his transmission problem. Caused him a little bit more drama than he would have liked, but pretty much the drivers that you'd have expected from that final made it through.
And if you're wondering what's going on behind us, people love RC cars. They're just practicing and racing and testing again.
Yeah, absolutely. They clearly haven't done enough laps around here this weekend. Want to do some more before they go home.
Should we take a look at the final?
Go for it.
James, tell us who's on the grid.
Starting on pole position for this final, we'll have Dominic Greiner, who took all 5 rounds of qualifying yesterday. We'll then have Robert Peach, who won Superpole, starting second. Teemu Lino starting third. Gilles Groskamp fourth. Dario Balestri fifth. Eduardo Escandon sixth. Francesco Tironi seventh. Alessio Mazzio eighth. Patrick Nahr ninth. Thilo Topman 10th. Okay, we're getting set for the start then. Dominic Greiner being taken out to pole position. It is go. The final all set to run then. And they'll see what the outcome of the protest is later. Dominic Greiner leads away from pole position. Robert Peach gets away in second. Teemu Lino, defending champion, away in third. Great start from Dominic. You've seen a car joining in the queue. The 6th car of Escandon. Already 1 lap down. Dominic streaking away at the front. He's already pulled the length of the Infinity Curve as a lead. Best lap so far, a 13.186 from Dominic. We have seen a 13.5 the next fastest lap. So Dominic, 0.4 of a second faster than Robert Peach. Dominic here on his local track, needing to push as he heads through the Infinity Curve. The length of the main straight advantage now. 13.164 for Dominic. Robert Peach pulling away from the pack in second, but he cannot hang with Dominic's pace. 13.0 from Dominic now. Are we going to see a sub 13? 13.115 that time. Dominic's average lap time over the first 7 laps, 13.158. That's 0.2 faster than anybody else has managed as their fastest. Dominic absolutely flying at the front of the field here. And this could possibly be an indication of what he needs to do, because we think he is only going to be running to about 4.5 minutes on a tank. We think Robert can run somewhere to the 6 minute mark. Robert is going to be able to run a stop less, certainly. Dominic is also probably going to be a little bit harder on his tyres, but the speed he is going away at the front of this pack, it's absolutely immense. There's a very good possibility that he may well render that academic. In terms of tyre changes, expecting all of the drivers to do at least 1 set of tyres. I would imagine quite a few of them will do 1.5 sets. That's 1 complete set plus 1 set of outside tyres. The front left and rear left tyres, they take a punishing round here, the Infinity Curve. Also coming back through this fast right here as we see him flash past the pit exit. That also hammers the tyres. Where are we now? We are just coming up to the 3 minute mark. Dominic's best lap time so far, 13.003. He has not quite gone sub 12 yet. He's just heading up to a lap. Third place starter Teemu Lino, defending champion Teemu Lino, who's made his way through the quarters. He's made his way through the semis, has Teemu, to get all the way here. And Dominic closing on him at a massive, massive rate. Robert Peach still running in second place, but he is some 4.2 seconds back from Dominic at this stage. Dominic absolutely flying. There are no other close patterns going on. Dario Balestri currently running third from his P5 starting position. We'll run with Dominic at least until he makes his first stop. See what the timestamp is there. They're just coming in towards the 4 minute mark. I believe we're getting to the range where he might think about it. Through the Infinity Curve once more. Another lap for Dominic then as he comes round towards the A main chicane. He's closing on the car of Thilo Totman. Then Alessio Mazzio in front of him. Then it will be Francesco Tironi. Already amongst traffic. He's now closing in on Mazzio, is Dominic. And there we go, he pits at the 4 minute 30 mark as we expected. Dominic in the pits, refueled and sent on his way. Maintains the lead after a stop. 21 second lap from Dominic Greener. Patrick Nair running in second position. Patrick Nair yet to stop. Just seeing what other close battles are going on out there. There aren't particularly. This is going to give Mazzio a bit of a fright. He's already let Dominic through once. Dominic's pitted from behind him, and he's now back with him again. Straight through again in the same place. Dominic giving everybody a bit of a lesson out there on the circuit. Robert Peach back to second position. 4 seconds back, 13.003, still the fastest lap from Dominic. Closing in on the rear of the 10 car of Thilo Totman. We've had a retirement from defending champion by the looks of it. Teemu Lino has dropped out past Thilo Totman. Goes Dominic. I think the closest battle at the moment is going on between Groskamp and Nair. That's just coming down the main straight through the Infinity Curve. Let's pick up Groskamp, the 4 car, white car with the blue on the sides and the orange flashes. He's just about to cross the timing loop now. There we go. Gilles Groskamp running in 5th place currently, trying to close in on the back of Patrick Nair. Patrick up from his P9 starting position. Dominic absolutely charging. His next victim will be Francesco Tironi. And then he will start closing in on this car that we're following. We're running with the car of Gilles Groskamp at the moment as he tries to chase down 4th place man Patrick Nair. Closest battle on track. Dominic has passed Tironi. Let's see how quickly he catches this car that we're running with. Half the length of the straight in it that time as they go through the Infinity Curve. Still 13.003, the best lap from Dominic. Gap closing all the time between Dominic Greener and the car that we're watching, the 5th place man of Gilles Groskamp. Dominic Greener leading this one, so he's about to lap at the 8-minute mark, the 5th place man. That's hugely impressive pace from Dominic. Kind of feel sorry for Robert Peach. He's driving his heart out and just watching Robert streak away from him. This looks like 2 races going on out there. So already we can see that Dominic is right with Gilles Groskamp. Opens up and lets him through. And he'll just disappear off down the road at a huge rate of knots. 12.994. So Dominic Greener has done it. He has gone sub 13 on that last lap. That included passing Groskamp. Okay, Groskamp opened up and gave him space, but even so, that's some impressive commitment to do that speed on a lap. Just seeing someone cut, that looks like it's one of the white cars. That would be Balestri or Mazzio. I think it's Mazzio. It is Mazzio. Mazzio's been restarted and sent on his way. Dominic Greener has pitted from the lead. Comes back out in the lead. Let's pick him up and run with him again. He's on the main straight now, the number 1 car through the Infinity Curve. Pink and black coloured car. Quite a distinctive body shell, makes a change from the plain white body shells. Patrick Nair is in the pits. No, Patrick Nair isn't, that's Thilo Totman. Looks like Totman's having a tyre change. Just the outside tyres from the looks of it for Thilo Totman. We'll keep an eye here on Dominic the next time he pits. Had 2 stops already. I would think if he's going to go for a complete set of tyres, he will do it at probably his 4th stop. See how he goes. Just seeing what's happened to Robert Peach. I think Robert's just made his 2nd stop as well and dropped behind those who haven't. Dominic pulling away from the 9 car of Patrick Nair. who is 1 lap down on him. That's the 5th place man, Dominic Nair. Have a look and see how much Dominic's lead is over current second place man, Dario Balestri. It is some best part of 8 seconds. Pretty soon then we're going to see Dominic start to close in to lap second place starter Robert Peach. Remember, Robert, the Super Pole winner, so officially the second fastest person over 1 lap here. And Dominic is about to put a lap on him, probably within the next 5 or 6 laps, I would have thought, the rate that he's catching him. This is depressing for everybody else, I think. Dominic just displaying crushing speed. Seemingly cruising round. We are coming up towards the 12-minute mark. This will be about the time that we want to start thinking about the window for third stops. Dominic goes through that Omega turn again. He hits that curb so hard. Back down through the A-main chicane, onto the main straight, into the infinity curve once more. Car running straight as an arrow down that dotted line on the main straight. That's what laps and laps and laps of this track buys you, the experience of exactly where you can place your car through the infinity curve. Hammers on the brakes. Car just looks so calm, so in control. Yet he's still, every single lap, putting tenths into people. Fantastic performance here from Dominic Greener. Just past the 12-minute mark now. 13-minute mark, sorry. Definitely into the window for third pit stops. Let's stick with Dominic, see if he elects for a tyre change this time round. Dominic into the pits then. Let's have a look, his car's the other side of the pit wall. Fuel gun's gone in. It's over on one side. It's having the outside tyres changed. I'm just keeping an eye on it. He's back on his way, so it's half a set of tyres, an outside set of tyres for Dominic Griner. Down the main straight, car will feel a little bit unbalanced at this point. He's got fresh tyres on the outside of the car. He's got well-worn tyres on the inside of it. Take a couple of laps for him to feel what kind of a balance he's got underneath him. Car looks to be tracking ever so slightly to the right at the moment. No big surprise, he's got larger tyres on the left-hand side of the car. As the laps go by, that will decrease. Come the end of this set of tyres, it will be pulling to the left. Dominic's fastest lap still a 12.994. Patrick Nair running in second place with the 9 car. Just trying to spot the battle actually between Nair, Balestri and Groskamp. That's actually second, third and fourth. We probably want to pick that up. And Peach is in that battle as well, I think. Is he? No, Nair's just stopped. So Balestri and Groskamp is a battle for what will be second and third, I think. It is second and third. So the white car with the black rear wing. Just coming past the pit exit now. Coming down towards the A-main chicane. He's hit the main straight now. There we go. That's the 5 car of Dario Balestri. He is running second. Gilles Groskamp right behind him in third position. Robert Peach, second place starter, is one lap down just in front of them. Dominic Greener absolutely checked out at the front. His lead some 4 seconds over Dario Balestri, but Balestri is currently on 1 stop less than Dominic, and that was Dominic changing tyres as well. So crushing pace from Dominic Griner. Only a 13.3 that time round from Dominic. He's just corrected that with a 13.25. Dario Balestri, 13.37. His pace would be remarkably impressive if it wasn't for that pink and black machine flashing away at the front of the field. Dominic just passing world-class drivers out on the track like they're not there. Really showing his mastery of this Turkheim circuit. Welcome to you if you are just joining us. We're RC Racing TV, bringing you coverage of the main final of this EFRA 1/10 IC Track European Championships from Turkheim in Germany. Bringing you this coverage in conjunction with our event sponsors, Infinity and A-Main Hobbies. Currently running with second place man, Dario Balestri. Dario's performance would be looking incredibly impressive if it wasn't for the leader, pink and black car, Dominic Griner, who is using his knowledge of his home circuit here at Turkheim to the full. Streaking away at the front. Let's go back to Dominic because we haven't seen him for a little bit. He's on the main straight now. Dominic through the Infinity curve, through the Omega section. Just clips those curves like nobody else does. Into the A-Main chicane. Powers down the main straight, chasing after the 9 car of Patrick Nair to put another lap into him. Patrick running in 4th place, about to be lapped for the second time, I think. Dominic pits again. Dominic definitely going down on less, Dominic doing shorter stints than everybody else. Just seeing one of the white cars being recovered to the pits. Seeing if I can spot who that is. I don't think it's Balestri, I think that's Mazzio. Yeah, it's Mazzio. Alessio Mazzio looks like he is a retirement then. None of this bothering Dominic. He is just heading away at the front of the final. 6 seconds in front of Gilles at the moment. His strategy clearly, he's not worried about having to do extra fuel stops. He should drop the hammer and gone for it right from the start, right from the go. Already it looks like only a mechanical failure is going to deny him. No one is going to get there on pace. Seeing if there's any other close battles going on out there. There is between Groskamp and Balestri. That's just come down the main straight now. This is the battle for second and third. Let's pick that up. They've gone past the pit exit. Groskamp, the white, blue coloured car. They're on the main straight now. Balestri, the all-white coloured car behind him. Groskamp hanging on from Balestri. Griner some half a lap down the road. Dominic still the only driver to go sub 13. He's just passed Patrick Nair again. Balestri desperately trying to find a way past Gilles. These two teammates, of course. Through the infinity curve once more. Across the curbs, Dario taking a visibly tighter line. Has a look, makes it through. So small mistake in the middle of the A-main chicane for Gilles Groskamp, and Dario Balestri takes full advantage of that, needs no second invitation, powers his car through as they came out onto the main straight. Dario Balestri up into second position then. Dominic Greiner leading by an absolute mile. Seeing where Dominic is, he's coming through the infinity curve, he's closing to put another lap on Eduardo Escandon. Battle for second still raging, and closing in on them is Dominic to put a lap on them. Groskamp pits. Groskamp going for a tyre change, I can see. We're running with Balestri. Let's have a look for Groskamp. It's a full tyre change for Groskamp. We're pretty much exactly half distance into the race, so Gilles going for one complete set of tyres by the looks of it. He is released from the pits. He's rolled the dice. A completely brand new set of tyres for Gilles. That's going to feel very, very strange. He's gone from a completely worn out set of tyres to a brand new set. Dominic into the pits. Just keeping an eye on that. Dominic released from the pits. Dominic, remember, hasn't had a complete set of tyres yet. He has only had an outside set. Still running with Balestri in second position. Groskamp right behind him. Groskamp is... Let's have a look. They cross the line. Groskamp faster at the moment. So after their stops and their tyre changes, we're seeing that Groskamp looks to be the faster of the two. Balestri was quicker before the stops and the changes and made his way past Gilles Groskamp. Now looking at Groskamp being slightly faster than Balestri on his fresh set of tyres. Down the main straight once more through the infinity curve. They'll be wanting that traffic in front of them to get out of the way. One of them, Stilo Topman, I can see. I think the other one may be Francesco Tironi. In fact, Tironi's running in second place, so he's not traffic at all. Tironi out of phase on his pit stops, I believe. Dominic now showing over a lap to the good from the entire field. So absolutely dominant performance for Dominic. At this rate, he'll be 2 laps up by the end. Although he has got to do we believe, a stop for a full set of tyres. If he can do this whole final on just an outside set of tyres, that would really be taking the mickey out of everybody else in this final. Sure, he knows the track, but he can't be that much of a tyre whisperer, surely. Robert Peach now up into second position, but I think that's false. I think he needs to be making an extra fuel stop, and in fact he is behind Gilles on track. Let's run with Robert for a little bit. The putty blue coloured car, number 2 car, the last one of this queue. Currently second place man. We know that Robert can run long. He's passed Groskamp. I think at this stage the drivers themselves aren't exactly sure where they are and who they're battling with. What we do know is that Dominic Greiner is an absolute mile away at the front of the pack. Only driver to go sub 13 on the lap times, a 12.994. Robert Peach now at the head of that queue. He has passed Thilo Totman. Different fuel strategies starting to show. Waiting to see when Dominic makes his second tyre stop. Full tyre stop we're expecting from him. 26 minutes into the final. We've got 18 and a half minutes remaining. Just seen Balestri coast into the pit. That wasn't Balestri, sorry. I think that can't have been Mazzio. It was Balestri coming into the pits. Just a fuel stop. No, it was the 6 car, sorry, of Eskandon. Too many plain white body shells out there. It's confusing for everybody. Robert Peach running with him at the moment, running in second place. Let's move back to Dominic. He's on the main straight now. Pink and black coloured car. Check in with him. Last lap time, a 13.217. Dominic hits. Still hasn't done a complete set of tyres. As far as we can see, he's just done an outside set. Surely he's not going to go to the end on just an outside set of tyres. You can see the car very, very slightly tracking to the right, left, sorry, as he comes down the main straight. Right, his left as he's driving it. He'll just have to be applying a small amount of corrective lock. I would think if he's going to do a tyre change, he would probably do it at the next stop. Past traffic for Dominic. That's Groskamp right behind him. Groskamp, our third place man. Now 3 laps down on Dominic. Of course, the short lap length here at Turkheim does artificially increase the number of laps that he is up, or it means that if he pulls away at the same rate on a longer track, he wouldn't get that far, get 3 laps in front. He may only be 1.5, 2 laps in front. Even so, it's an incredibly impressive performance from Dominic Greiner through the A main chicane. Groskamp trying to hang on to him just to figure out where he is so fast. And in all honesty, others can get somewhere near over a single lap. It's just that Dominic's 95% is everybody else's 100. Dominic is just repeating the same lap after lap after lap. Average lap time so far is a 13.5 for Dominic. That's almost as quick as Teemu managed while he was running earlier on his outright fastest. That's including fuel stops as well. So just massively impressive pace at the front of the field from Dominic. 2/3 into the final now. We have got 15 minutes, just under 15 minutes remaining. Welcome to you if you are just joining us for this, the conclusion of the EFRA 110th IC Track European Championships being held at the Turkheim circuit in Germany. Bringing you this coverage in conjunction with our event sponsors, Infinity and A-Main Hobbies. We are running with our top qualifier, Dominic Greener. Got the number 1 on his car. He's looking to keep it that way. I think we've just had a retirement from Escan Don as well. Less and less cars out on the circuit. Dominic just streaking away at the front of this. He led from the start. He stopped fairly early at about 4.5 minutes, but he had already pulled such a lead that he did not relinquish the lead. Dario Balestri is currently running in second from Gilles Groskamp. Balestri, though, is a couple of laps back. There aren't any close battles going out there on the track. There's only 7 cars running now. Dominic through the Infinity Curve once more, through this double left-hander, Omega corner, round into the A-Main chicane. It's another lap complete. That low line, that low entry into the Infinity Curve. His car just rides those curves so well. Dominic into the pits then. Let's have a look. He's refueled. He's going for a tyre change. Outside tyres going on. Let's have a look. Flip over. Okay, here's Dominic's full tyre change. Full tyre change. Dominic sent on his way. There we go. Dominic just gives the throttle a little bit. Blip to clear the engine. Dominic is up and away. He has completed 1.5 tyre changes. He'll definitely get to the end on that set of tyres now. 1.5 sets of tyres for Dominic. We've got just under 12.5 minutes remaining. Thought Dario and Groskamp were getting close on circuit again, but they're out of step with each other on pitting. It's going to be very, very difficult to see where they will fall in the overall until we get to really within a couple of minutes of the end. That's always the problem with these split fuel strategies. It never quite works out until the end. I do know for one thing, Dominic Greener will be leading, barring any mechanical failures. Just had a relentless pace since the beginning of this final. His average lap time after 5 or 6 fuel stops already and 1.5 complete tyre changes is a 13.7. A lot of the drivers here this week would absolutely kill to be able to drive 1 lap at 13.7, let alone be averaging that over a race run, including tyre stops and fuel stops. Dominic down the main straight once more. Just under 11 minutes of this final remaining. No close battles going on that we can bring you really. Everybody is evenly spaced out. Balestri running in second, Groskamp running in third. Balestri actually took some time out of Dominic that time. Dominic had a slow lap, a 13.3. Balestri did a 13.1. I don't think that's going to make much difference to the overall in the grand scheme of things. Dominic's return to normal, a 13.203. Balestri 13.277. Groskamp 13.303. And it's just been that pace every lap from Dominic. That's what's let him just drive away from the rest of this pack. Car just looks so balanced, so composed. Of course, Dominic has done thousands, tens of thousands, probably almost hundreds of thousands of laps of this circuit here. It's his home track. Even so, that's taking nothing away from his performance. He's still got to drive it. There's many drivers here this week who have this as their local track, none of them driving it as fast as Dominic is. Closing in on Groskamp, our third place man, to lap him for the third time this will be, and I believe this will be fuel stop corrected lapping as well. Dominic making this a very, very boring race almost. Just gone away at the front. Been no challenges whatsoever to him. Let's see him pit. Gets refueled. 8.5 minutes left, so he's left the pits. I think he'll probably have one more stop to do. I don't think he'll need to make another 2 stops. He should be able to do a 4.5 minute and a 4 minute on a tank of fuel relatively easily. Balestri still running in second. Groskamp still running in third. If there were any close battles going on out there, we'd be bringing them to you. We might at the end. No, I thought we were going to get Groskamp and Balestri together again, but just seen Groskamp has pitted from that. In fact, Groskamp's got a problem. Groskamp has cut, so third place man has cut coming out of the pits just down by race control. I've just seen that out of the corner of my eye. He's being run back to the pits at the moment. Still running with the leader, Dominic Groiner. Going to see if Tironi, then the 7 car, Francesco Tironi, up into third position. That might be Tironi, that might end up with Tironi and Peach battling. That's cruel luck for Groskamp. Flamed out on the exit of the pits. He's dropping down the field. We've got 7 minutes left of this 45-minute final to decide the European champion. Well, I don't think there's much deciding to be done, if I'm honest. Dominic Groiner is making that kind of academic. He has just checked out from the start of this final. Groskamp has rejoined, but he is now running in 7th. Balestri looking pretty comfortable in 2nd. He's just lapped the 4th place man, Robert Peach. Balestri looking pretty nailed on for 2nd place then. That will be well deserved after his engine issue in Superpole yesterday. Let's move over to see Dario Balestri then, our 2nd place man, the white car. He's just coming down the main straight now, the number 5. Immediately behind him is Robert Peach. Immediately in front of him is the 9 car of Patrick Nair. So Patrick needs to get out of the way. Robert will be seeking to use Dario as a bit of a tow, because in front of Nair, there we go. In front of Nair on the track is our current 3rd place man, Francesco Tironi. Tironi has pitted out of 3rd place then. Robert Peach is up to 3rd. 5 minutes to go. The last 5 minutes of track action this weekend. gets in. We've had the 9 car of Patrick Nair. He's had a cut. He's been recovered to the pits. Seeing Dario Balestri being chased by Robert Peach. Robert 1 lap down on Dario. Robert could do with that toe though, because that could mean after Robert's final stop, we've got Dario in as Dominic leaves the pits for the final time. Dominic Greener has pitted with just over 4 minutes remaining. Dario's been released from the pits as well. Everybody coming in for their last stops. Just want to see how this is going to play out. And has Robert jumped Tironi in the pits? I think he has. So Robert Peach has gained a net. No, he hasn't. Robert Peach pits for the final time. He's released, so he's behind Tironi. Okay, let's have a look at Robert Peach. And in fact, let's look at Tironi. He is the white and green, the number 7 car. He's running around immediately behind Dominic at the moment. Dominic will disappear off our screen, but what we want to be looking for the next couple of minutes is if we see Robert Peach catch this man, Francesco Tironi. Seen Tironi flying under the radar a little bit. He's been running long on all of his stops. Three minutes left to go. Dominic Griner has absolutely gone at the front of this. Done a 13-2 last time round. Dario Balestri in second to 13-8. I can see Robert Peach charging. He's closing in. Let's see what the gap is. Taken 3/10 out of him that time round. 2.5 minutes left. This is all coming together for the final podium position. Robert Peach chasing down Francesco Tironi. Dominic Griner a couple of laps to the good from Dario Balestri. Dario a lap up in second place. The battle we're watching, Francesco Tironi currently holding third place. Just in the back of shot is Robert Peach, just under 2 minutes to go. See if Robert can get to him by the end. Robert is throwing caution to the wind. There's Tironi, there's Peach. Closing every single lap, let's see. 0.2 of a second last time out. There's 1.5 minutes left. I think Peach might get there, but will he have done enough to get past? Dominic absolutely cruising out in front. He's just completed another lap, a 13-1, as you do. Tironi desperately trying to keep Peach at arm's length. 1 minute 10 remaining. Slightly sideways there through the A-main chicane for Tironi. Peach almost with him through the infinity curve. 1 minute left. Peach can smell blood. Let's see if he can catch him. They're together now as they come down the main straight. 50 seconds left, 5-0. Dominic Griner is going to win this. We're going to have to cut back to him in a moment and away from this because we need to see Dominic cross the line. It's only right that we watch him. We'll leave it as long as we possibly can, though. Still 25 seconds left. We'll have to go back to Dominic to watch him. He's just about to come out of the main straight. I'm keeping an eye on what's going on between Peach and Tironi, though. Tironi still hanging on to it. 11 seconds left. This may well be the last lap. 7 seconds to go. Let's have a look. Time is done, and Tironi gets third place. So Tironi crosses the line and secures third place. Dominic Griner has won already. He just needs to cross the line. So he does so. Dominic Griner is our European champion. Dario Balestri takes second place. Francesco Tironi just hangs on from Robert Peach in third position. Dominic being congratulated by his fellow drivers. So thank you for joining us over the weekend. We have been RC Racing TV. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage.
Bit of a masterclass there from Dominic.
Yeah, he just checked out at the front, really. He went for it. I think he knows that he's been possibly struggling a little bit with tyre wear and fuel mileage all week. So he had to make the break at the start, give him the margin to make those pit stops, and he just did it. He's done thousands of laps around this track, knows exactly what he needed to do.
In terms of press conference opening questions, James really spoke your mind. Love this opening question. Let's hear from Dominic and the other guys, the top three of the podium.
So, Dominic, well done. I think that was, probably one of the most boring finals I've ever commentated on.
Not for me, so in the end it was good.
No, that was good. I mean, you just looked like you comfortable with the pace. You just pulled away at the start, and it looked like you made that decision to stop at about 4.5 minutes each time.
Yeah, exactly. We were not able to run 5 minutes with one fuel tank, and also my tire wear was pretty high the whole week, and we changed the setup a lot of times and tried to make less tire wear, but it was not possible. So we decided to change 1.5 sides and to push maximum on the first set, and then to the second set to stay longer on that set for 18 minutes. And it was, when I calculated, it was not possible. So I had to calm down in the middle stint, and in the last stint I had a good gap, and yeah, in the end I cruised to the victory.
Congratulations. Dario, good second place for you. Looked like you had some issues really getting to the main final in the first place.
Yes, in the semi-final we got some problem in the gearbox, so we need to change and start from 10 for the last. So honestly, it was more hard to the semi-final than the final, because in the final I just keep the pace, second place, because he was too much faster than me. So not so much to say, a bored final, but at the end we can. I try to push and overtake, and we cross in the final.
But second, good result is the first of the normal people.
It's okay. We are always there. So one time you win, one time you arrive second. It's okay.
Yeah, third place. Robert was chasing hard at the end, wasn't he? He was closing fast.
Yes, it was a really nice fight. Nice because I won the fight, because then it was not so nice. But congratulations to him. Congratulations to Dominic and Dario for the race. Yes, okay, Dominic here this time was really too fast for everybody. We was able to fight for the podium. Okay, this time is more lucky for me, and I get the podium, and really I'm happy for the race.
That's it. We will be back from Slovakia with the World Championships in 1/10th off-road. So we'll see you on rcracing.tv and something, I think IFMAR. Yeah, we'll see you in Slovakia next month.